The latest trailer of Visions of Mana absolutely blew me away, and now I am extremely hyped for the release on August 29th. So I want to spend today's video going over everything we know so far about Visions of Mana, and there is a lot to go through because they released a lot of information. I'll have a link to a blog post down below if you want to read it for yourself, but I'm hoping that you can join me and just take it all in and get excited for Visions of Mana. So with that all being said, what is up guys, Jen here, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. As always, got you covered with timestamps, so if there's a certain section you want to skip to, feel free to do so. All I ask is you to support the channel and smash that thumbs up button. So we're going to dive straight in to what the story is, and I will have the trailer playing in the background for you to enjoy as well. In Tiana, the Fire Village, everyone is preparing for the coming of the fairy and the naming of an elm. Every 4 years, elms from around the world are chosen to travel to the Tree of Mana and rejuvenate the flow of mana power by offering their souls. A soul guard accompanies the chosen elms to ensure their safe pilgrimage. On the day of the fairy's arrival, Val, a new soul guard, brings his childhood friend Hina to the festival. As the sun falls beneath the skyline and all the spectators wait with bated breath, hoping to be chosen as an elm, the fairy finally descends before Hina, appointing her the Elm of Fire. The villagers bid them both farewell and praying them for success as they embark on the adventure of a lifetime, and an adventure it will. We're going to switch scenes now so we can have a look at the new characters that was announced. You can see it all here and their VOs and everything, so I'm really excited to kind of go through, so please just bear with me and bear with the excitement as well. But we have Palmina, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this right, is the young queen of Astana, capital of the deep. After the death of her father, she succeeds the throne. Since then, Palmina has been navigating her way through Astana's social expectations and turbulent policies, while also caring for Ian, her young brother. Then we have Julie. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing these names right, but the art is just incredible what we can notice off the bat here. Julie is a sprouting verdinous borer. He is currently a custodian in charge of watering his sleeping companions. Julie has been whirling away the hours of the same chores every day, but his encounter with Val and the team brings unexpected changes to his life. And then we have like the team setup. So basically you have the option of creating your own 3-person dream team from the 5 possible players, which is Val, Karina, Morley, Palmina, and Julie, who we just spoken about. The characters who aren't participating in battle will still receive the same EXP, allowing you to swap out party members at your leisure. That is awesome news. If there's one thing, I think Final Fantasy X is usually the go-to for this one. For XP to be shared between all characters, you have to bring them into battle. The fact that that is not a requirement here is a thumbs up from me, which means I can stick to my team and not worry about the others being leveled up and bring them in when I need them, and not worry have to grind and here and everywhere. So during battle, you can switch between any of the 3 members of your party to command them directly, or rely on preset strategies for each non-operated character. Now, I've played Secret of Mana, specifically the remake. It was my first Mana game that I played. I know maybe I should have played the original, but the remake was more accessible, and there was very minimal kind of like AI controlling. I think you could tell them to heal or tell them to attack, and that was it. I am pretty excited to see how in depth they go when it comes to like AI customization. So we've got elemental vessels here. They are mystical artifacts that house the power of the elementals within them. Each vessel contains mana from a different element. You can wield these powers in combat and while exploring, and we've seen this in the trailers. So exploration, elemental triggers. You can use an elemental vessel at the curiously growing triggers scattered throughout the land and harness its individual power to generate gusts of winds, move rocks, or even slow down time to open pathways to find hidden items on the map. Exploration is going to be a treat in this one. Once you get a new vessel, don't forget to revisit areas you've already passed through. Accessing other triggers will unlock new places for you to explore. So it's going to be one of those things where we are in the beginning area of the game and we're like, hey, that rock looks awfully suspicious over there, and then we get to go back to it once we get the ability to do it. And then in battle, switching classes, obtain the various elemental vessels to switch your character's new classes. There's a job system. Different classes unlock different stats, weapon types, and unique moves, or the abilities based on their corresponding elemental. Some abilities can restrict an enemy's movements or cast regenerative effects to your allies. Change classes to see which element has the best skill for your individual fighting style. So there's going to be so much customization. I can't wait to see all the how-to guides or the best setup guides, but it's going to be definitely exciting to experiment. So we've got a few more elemental vessels here. We've got exploration and triggers. Here are some examples what you can do. So for the vessel of water, we got the Undine. I always pronounced it wrong when I was playing Secret of Mana, but is the elemental of water. Her elemental vessel can control the ebb and flow of water. With it, you can enter floating bubbles you find on your journey. Man, and it looks awesome, man. It really reminds me of like Ni no Kuni, and I had such a good experience with Ni no Kuni because it kind of just reset everything for me and just showed me what a good RPG can be about. And I think I'm going to get the same feeling when it comes to Visions of Mana. It looks incredible. So we're looking at the Dryad Sprig now, which essentially is the elemental of wood. Her elemental vessel can harness the regenerative healing powers of plants, which you can use to grow and carry you across broken paths. The vessel of fire, Salamando Candle. Salamander is the elemental of fire. His elemental vessel can harness the power of flame. While exploring the field, you can ride on the Salamander Candle to propel yourself through the air like a rocket. I wonder if it's like going to be like a guided like rail shooter kind of path, or we can have like we could flip and go back to where we came from, or it's just a nice little transition. But again, very nice to see. So this is when it comes to the elemental battle classes or the job system for those that like games like Final Fantasy V. So the vessel of water, her elemental vessel can control the ebb of flow of water, blast enemies off their feet with streams of water, attack them with homing water bubbles that deal damage. And each time you change the class of your character, each character has a outfit, which is incredibly cool. And some people may just be a certain class just for the outfits, because some of these look pretty awesome. So let's have a look at Dryad Sprig. It is a elemental vessel that can harness regenerative healing powers of plants, create healing zones, and replenish your HP and the HP of allies. So basically the healer role. So I would say this is like maybe a ranged DPS here, and then this one's a healer. And then this one, with it being red, it's got to be a DPS, and it's got to be heavy DPS. Let's have a look. His elemental vessel can harness the power of flame, charge enemies with fiery attacks, or engulf them in flames to cause damage over time. Ooh, I'm getting a little bit excited. And these outfits, man, they look incredible. Elemental vessels, battles, and elemental plots. The elemental plot shows the attuned character to each elemental vessel. Advancing along the plot is how you acquire powerful moves and abilities. So basically like a little mini kind of sphere grid system, leveling system. Not very complex, where you can get stats and stuff by the looks of it. Maybe there's a few stat buffs you can get here and there, but essentially as you level up, you can get more things. Moves learned from the elemental plots are still usable even if you switch classes. Meanwhile, abilities are class specific and only take effect when the corresponding class is in use. These abilities have unique effects, so experiment with different strategies to best leverage each character's innate skills. So again, experimentation. I love an RPG that can just throw a lot of things at you, and it's like you could just stick to this, or you could mess around and have a bit of a good time with it. So let's have a look at what we're talking about now. We're still talking about elemental vessels because this seems to be the key in combat and exploration. It's nice to see the elementals seem to take a very good role here in Visions of Mana. So moves, strong skills that require MP to use. Moves can come in various types such as magic spells or traps. And then abilities can improve a character's stats such as attack or defense, as well as a variety of other effects that aid the party in battle. Starter class refers to the class character assumes when not equipped with the elemental vessel. Maxing out the elemental plot for a single element will allow the starter class to equip weapons which were previously unable to equip, assign abilities not native to their class, and use class strikes from other classes. Certain items can be also used to expand the plot, greatening the character access for higher tier powerful moves. So essentially, I'm getting freelancer vibes from the starter class. So as you kind of level up each one of your classes, you can get a bit of everything that you feel will be very nice for your starter class. The ring menu returns. I'm very familiar with this when I played Secret of Mana, even though I find it quite finicky in the remake. Judging by what we've seen in gameplay and trailers, it seems very easy to use and very on the fly, a lot more kind of up to date and very easy to just use overall. Moves, powerful maneuvers that cost MP to execute, can be utilized from the ring menu, a mana series staple. I won't go into too much detail, but essentially it gives you time to plan out your next move because it freezes battle. So it's good to just, if you're in an intense situation, it's always nice to kind of just reassess and see what you need to do next. And the ring menu seems to do that. And in addition to the ring menu, shortcuts are another way to instantly execute moves or access items. Assigning frequently used spells and items to a shortcut allows for a more intuitive and fast-paced playing experience. And I think when it comes to items, I think you need to have them on your persons. So if you pick up like a healing item, you want to make sure that a character is holding it and it's not in like a general equipment thing, maybe. I think that's how it worked in Secret of Mana. So that character can use the item whenever. I might be wrong, I might be mixing it up with something else, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Trusty companions, this got me very hyped just because of how beautiful it looks and the fact that we can traverse a world map. And it looks like Vuskav and Flammy will be doing the deeds. But Vuskav is the mysterious turtle that will help you traverse the open waters of the world. Flammy is the sacred beast of legend that can fly you quickly across the world map. We've got a collector's edition. I am so tempted to get this because it looks incredible. You get the game, you get the Ramok plush, you get the Art of Mana special issue, you get the original soundtrack and arrangement tracks as well. It does say here that we will be able to access the soundtrack separately at a later date. So something to note if you don't want to get the collector's edition, but you want to eventually get the soundtrack. The digital deluxe edition comes with 24-hour early access, an in-game item which is the Brave Blade. Now here we can actually look to see what the pre-order bonuses are. So we get a Guardian Garment, which is an exclusive outfit for Val, and that just adds to the plethora of outfits we're going to get from all the classes in the game. We get the Start Pack, which gives you that early EXP. You get 24-hour early access, and then the Brave Blade, which I assume would be a weapon that can probably get you past like the first couple of dungeons, no issues. Downloadable content for those that want to know what's coming. So it looks like they're going to be doing a costume set and a recording of the Mana Series BGM bundle. So here we can see the costume set, which seems to harken back to Mana games past, which is nice for the ones that might want to, reminisce and get a bit of nostalgia from some costumes. And then if you want some nostalgia with music, this is probably what you want as well, the Mana Series BGM bundle. So you get tracks, by the looks of it's like probably field themes and battle themes from previous games. You see here Mystic Quest, Secret of Mana, Trials of Mana, Legends of Mana, Children of Mana, Dawn of Mana, Heroes of Mana, and Rise of Mana. Maybe that works a lot like what Dragon Quest XI did, where it changed the overworld theme to Dragon Quest VIII, and you can change the battle theme. Maybe it does that, which is nice. It says here, customize your playthrough, so maybe you get to select what your battle theme will be and what your overworld theme will be. Visions of Mana, again, I'm repeating what I said at the beginning of the video, looks incredible and is blowing me away. I'm actually really excited for this. It could be quite a competitor for me personally against Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for Game of the Year. I'm interested to know your thoughts on Visions of Mana. Are you hyped? Has this got you hyped going through? Again, links down below so you can look at this for yourself. I appreciate you watching. If you want more Square Enix Final Fantasy RPG content, then please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell, getting involved in that comment section down below, smashing that like button. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.